How does a quarterback go from being backed by his coach, trusted by the system, given every opportunity, to completely gone almost overnight? Because that's exactly what just happened to Dillon Gabriel. No long goodbye, no drawn-out competition, just one decision, and it was over. And if you think this was only about football, you're already missing the real story. Because what was happening inside that Browns locker room, that was way bigger than missed throws or bad reads. And once you see it, everything starts to make sense. But this didn't start with Gabriel getting cut. Not even close. It started way earlier, with something people couldn't quite explain at first. Because from the outside, it looked like a normal QB competition. But inside the building, something felt off. See, in the NFL, talent might get you noticed, but your presence is what keeps you around. And according to reports, Gabriel wasn't exactly winning people over where it mattered most. We're talking about tone, body language, how you react when things aren't going your way. The little things fans never see but teammates feel instantly. And when that energy doesn't sit right in a locker room full of grown men trying to win, it spreads fast. But everything really shifted the moment one name entered the picture: Shedeur Sanders. Now here's the part that makes this story interesting. Sanders didn't walk in as the guy. No hype, no guarantees, no safety net. He came in as a fifth-round pick, fighting for every single rep. And when he finally got his chances, he didn't hesitate. Big throws, clutch moments, real composure under pressure, no talking, no complaining, just production. And that kind of energy, teammates respect that immediately. But that's also the kind of energy that creates pressure. Because now it's not just about you anymore. It's about the guy right behind you, taking your spot. And instead of rising to that pressure, that's where things started going the other way for Gabriel. It wasn't one big moment, it was a pattern. And the moment people really started paying attention came down to one word: entertainers. That's what Gabriel called players like Shedeur Sanders, not competitors, entertainers, and in a league built on respect. That didn't land well, because while Gabriel was labeling guys, Sanders was out there earning everything the hard way, and it didn't stop there. Every time Sanders made a play, there always seemed to be something said to downplay it. A comment here, a subtle jab there, always pushing the idea that he was still the better option, even when the tape started saying something different. And that's when confidence starts crossing into something else, because belief is necessary, but denial, that's dangerous, especially in a locker room, and once ego becomes part of the equation, things fall apart fast. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Because through all of this, Kevin Stefanski never flinched. Week after week, he stuck with Gabriel. Didn't matter what fans were seeing, didn't matter what analysts were saying, didn't even matter what was happening on the field. He made his choice, and he stood on it, publicly, privately, everywhere. And at first, that looks like loyalty, a coach believing in his guy. But when the results don't match the decisions, that loyalty starts looking different. It starts looking stubborn. And while Gabriel kept getting chances, Shedeur Sanders kept waiting, watching mistakes happen in front of him, while his own opportunities stayed limited. And that's where frustration really started building, because this wasn't about development anymore. This was about direction, and the direction wasn't changing. But behind the scenes, it was getting worse, because now the conversation wasn't just about performance, it shifted to the system. Why isn't Gabriel being put in better positions? Why isn't the scheme helping him more? And that's when things really go sideways. Because in the NFL, execution is on the quarterback. You can't scheme your way out of bad decisions forever, but instead of holding Gabriel accountable, it started looking like he was being protected, and at the exact same time, Sanders was being held back. That's a double problem. One player isn't being challenged. The other isn't being allowed to rise. And situations like that, they don't last long, because eventually, something has to change. And that's exactly what happened. The moment Todd Monken walked into the building, no history, no attachments, no bias, just a fresh set of eyes. He looked at the situation for what it was, not what it was supposed to be, and he made the call. Dillon Gabriel. Out. Just like that. No drama, no delay, no confusion, And honestly, it felt overdue, because when you stack everything together,